Hi guys, this is Claudia here from Metaldays 2017, and this time it's the crawling. Nice meeting you guys.
Nice meeting you too.
So you're here for the first time at the Metaldays playing. So have you seen anything by now?
Well, the whole place is here to be seen. You know, we only got here last night, so we arrived in the dark. So had to put tents up and try and find our way around. So we didn't really notice anything until we got up this morning. But yeah, as soon as we woke up today, it's amazing. So we've just been about checking out the stages, seeing where we're playing, meeting the production teams, and then just running around the stalls. And may have had a beer. just one. It's been quite civilized so far. So.
But now you're obviously sitting doing interviews, you know.
We are.
Yeah, and so what's the plan afterwards? What's your day going to be like?
Well, we're here for, I think, another hour or so of interviews or whatever, and then we have to go backstage, which to be there for 3:30. So prepare for going on stage. So about 45 minutes to do that. Hit the stage at 4:15 on the second stage. We have a half-hour set, and then get tidied up and drink.
And drink. And then you're gone and doing another show.
Yeah, well, not for till the end of the week. We have another show coming up, so we're going to stay, watch Marilyn Manson, and stay tonight, and then we have to leave in the morning and get flights home, and then the show's coming up.
So a lot to do today.
Yeah, it's a busy day. It always is. You sort of think you're going to have all this time to drink beer and meet people and do this and do that, and then as soon as it starts the day, it just disappears. The next thing you know, you're on stage, and then it's over, and then you're drunk.
All of a sudden. You didn't expect it.
From out of nowhere.
So when you're writing your music, is it like you're doing that all by yourself, or it's a creative process that's like a democratic thing?
A bit of both. I play guitar and sing, so it's easier for me to sort of get the bare bones of a song together, and I would write very much by myself, and I write the lyrics as well, so I have a fairly good idea what I want the song to sound like and what I'm trying to achieve with it. So I would then, computer technology, it's so easy now to demo songs and then send it through to the guys, and they would listen to it and be like, yep, no, or that works, this doesn't. Take it to the practice room and just try it out and see if it works, and sometimes it's brilliant, and other times it gets difficult, and then we just throw it away or add bits in or take things off. You know, I don't like throwing songs away, but it happens.
So did you ever say to him, throw it away immediately, or did you try to tell him in a nice way that there could be some changes? So how do you do that?
There's been nothing that we've immediately... everything always sounds good to us on demo. Maybe when we get together in the practice room and we play, it maybe doesn't gel as quickly as other things. And I think the things that don't gel, I think we know they're not going to be, as good and as straightforward as some of our other stuff. So as Andy says, then we would maybe add a few bits, take some bits out, or just scrap it all together and move on to the next one.
But you're always nice to him.
Of course. To his face, anyway.
They have their own private, Instagram chat.
Oh, okay, so you don't get to see that.
Yeah, it's like, really hate that new song. I was like, it's fucking balls. You know, somebody has to tell him.
Yeah, that's not true.
What is important for your sound? Like, do you play around with the sound, or do you say, oh, everything's organic and that's fine the way it is?
Good gear.
Good gear? Are you a gear dude?
Not all this guys, these two guys are the gear.
Yeah, really?
Because your drum kit's shit. Yeah, right enough, like fucking Ebenberger kit.
How many of them are there?
How many what, sorry?
A drum.
Well, just a normal 5-piece kit, very basic.
Oh, okay.
So it means that anywhere I turn up, pretty much everything's going to be.
It's you doing the work, not the gear.
Well, well, it's only part.
Yeah, it's because Gary has a setup that's, as he says, it's basic and and he can work with it no matter where we play. He doesn't need 20 toms. He doesn't need 45 cymbals, because you don't always get that. Yeah. So we don't want anything to affect how we sound. So he designed a kit that would fit our music and could be used anywhere easily. So things like that, and it's the same with the guitar and bass. It's just we find good equipment helps. There's no two ways about it. If you've good gear, it'll work properly every time, and it'll sound good. So that's a big part of the crawling, is to maintain that level of everything we do as high quality as possible. So once we have that that's a foundation to then layer up the music on top of it. But there's nothing special in our productions. You know, it's just literally just 3 guys. You know, guitars, drums, bass, and 2 vocals. I don't tend to use guitar overlays or additional guitars that we can't replicate live.
Right.
I just don't do it. I try to avoid it as much as I can anyway.
So it's the sound made by you guys, not
it's just
other
us.
stuff.
Yeah, well, like none of us are particularly high-end players. Together, it seems to work. So
yeah, yeah, well, that's absolutely true. You know, and I'm not a shredder.
You could have,
it's a group energy.
You got 3 musicians that are high-end, ridiculously great players, but they don't gel together.
Oh yeah.
So it doesn't work. If it doesn't work that way, it's pointless.
No, yeah, that's true. So the dynamics that's working with you within the band, is that something that you feel when you're getting on stage, or what is your feeling when you enter the stage?
It just becomes its own environment. You know, it's all very music driven, and the music's very personal to me and to all of us, and it's designed to create an atmosphere. And as soon as I start playing it, I remember when I wrote it, I remember how I felt when we played it as a group, and then we all, you know when a song's good and it's starting to work, and that just starts all over again every time we play it live. You know, it's the same sort of feeling and experience, but obviously just in a different place. So.
And what is it like for you when you are touring around with band? Is it like a second family to you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We spend a lot of time together, and we talk a lot. We talk most days about the band. We're always trying to organise different things, trying to organise our social media presence. Trying to put ourselves out there constantly. So it's we spend a lot of time. Probably work, band, family are the 3 things that we all have in common, and we've spent a lot of time with the band.
So you do a lot of organising too?
Well, yeah. I mean, collectively we try and play as many sort of different shows as we can. When the album was coming out, was particularly for Andy who recorded it. The work involved in it was incredible. We try and practice as much as we can to fine-tune everything that we do and everything that we put out there. As we do in everything, we want to have it perfect, so we put a lot of work in, and that requires spending a lot of time together.
Right, yeah. So you have to really like each other, otherwise it wouldn't work.
Well, I've known Andy for probably 25 years, for a long, long time. Gary I met sort of maybe 5-6 years ago, but I think Andy is known
15, 20 years as well. Like, Gary has always played in bands, and I've always been in bands in our local town, so we would always cross paths. So I've known Gary for a long, long time. But
and so did the music scene, like where your hometown is very small or very, very familiar?
But Northern Ireland's a small place anyway, and it's realistically the music scene's concentrated in Belfast, which is a city. It's a big city, but it's not big on the European level, and the numbers are reflected in that. And then you have the metal scene inside that, and then the extreme metal scene inside that. So it becomes quite small. If you're a drummer, you're fucking sorted. It's like, you play drums, want to join my band? Because they're very hard to come by. Especially talented drummers on top of that.
So I have a special question, so I have to ask you too. What is it that defines an artist? Is it like somebody says, yeah, you're an artist because I feel like this about you? Or is it yourself saying, yeah, my work is art? Are you an artist?
Oh, absolutely. It depends on your definition, is what you're asking. To me, an artist is someone who has the ability to create something, and if you can create anything, you're effectively an artist. It's creating art, whether it's music or writing, physically making something. It makes you an artist, and if other people like it, well, then that's cool. If not, it doesn't matter. There's plenty of bands that do things, and people write things, make things, film things that other people don't like. But the fact that you're creating something, it's art. It's not science. It's not. It has to be organic. Therefore, it's art.
Okay, so if it's organic and it's coming out of you,
created out of somebody, and most people that tend to create, it's an inner thing. It's very personal, and I think that's just defines an artist for me anyway.
Well, when I think of it as a band, an artist, like, it's more about what each individual member ends to the whole thing, rather than I can do this on the drums, like how brilliant I am or whatever. I think it's more about what you can bring to the table like as a whole. But
absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
so what you contribute to make it?
As far as the crawling is concerned, that's what my standing is. I don't write anything, but I feel I'm an artist as far as lending to the whole thing rather than just being.
Yeah, without you it wouldn't work.
No, definitely not. Well, it wouldn't work without any of us. You know, that's the whole point. I mean, most bands, one person can't do it anyway. Yeah. And even if one person is predominantly doing most of the writing, you can't do it on your own. You know, physically you can't do it, but there are ways around that now. But it's not, as Gary says, everyone always brings something in. You know, we are three artists in our own right, and then we come together to become the entity that is the crawling. You know, and that's its own artist, I suppose. I don't know. That's a good question.
So, what do you think defines an artist, or who defines an artist?
Well, I think the artist himself defines. If you feel that you're creating something artistic, I think that's you know, it's one of the in the eye of the beholder type things as well. You know, everybody likes different things.
Right.
You hope people will like it. If you're putting out your honesty yourself, what you're putting out, what you like, I think that's what makes you an artist. As the guy said, everybody brings their own thing into the band.
Yeah.
If you could have another bass player, could play my parts, maybe play them completely differently, but they're what I believe sounds right, and what I put into it. So I think that's basically it.
So, do you ever read the lyrics before and ask what does that mean, or you don't
well,
really?
as Andy says, he would have the basic song structure and lyrics done before Gary and myself even get to hear it. We'll read through it, we'll listen to it a lot of times, and we'll generally have our own bits kind of worked out. What we're doing when we turn up in the practice room, it doesn't always work. Sometimes we have to change those things when we get to hear how it sounds in a live environment. It's very different to sitting playing at home along to a demo track. But yeah, that's basically what we do with it.
So, what are your further plans now after the Metaldays?
What have we got? We have another festival next week, weekend coming, a few days' time, back in Northern Ireland called Sunflower Fest, oddly. So we have it. It's one of the bigger festivals in Northern Ireland. It's not just music, it's a whole festival. It's food and crafts and all that sort of stuff. So not strictly heavy metal, but there is a heavy metal element to it. So we're part of that this year again. We played it last year, so it was good. So we have it coming up August time. A couple of UK dates for the first time individually playing dates. We're going over Wales and London in August sometime. Dates are still getting finalised, but I think it's going to happen, fairly sure. September time down south with 10 Ton Slug, another band from Southern Ireland, very heavy band. And so we're doing Cork and Galway, I think, with them. Yep. And then moving into 2018, sort of starting a few festivals, sort of speaking to us again now about that. So, but
that and also, so we've already basically, Andy started writing songs for the new album. Even
yeah.
Though he just released the last one.
Oh, we have Ghoulstock as well. Ghoulstock is in it's a Warzone Centre, it's called, in Belfast, which is a lot of really underground DIY ethic. It's a fabulous arrangement. Cool. And we're playing it in November as well. And then, as Gary says, it's really get back to work and just keep writing as much as we can in the meantime.
So you gotta listen to the album and then waiting for more, because there's another album coming out.
Yes, another album is underway. We have one track done.
Watch out for that.
Yes.
So thank you very much.
Thank you very much for chatting to us. It's been great.
Thank you.